Chattanooga, welcome back to What's Happening in Your Neck of the Woods. I am your talk show host, Dr. Elenora Woods. And hey, we were here this morning earlier with the American Legion post number 0291. They're doing the thing. And you know what? I had to come back because Chattanooga is popping live with so many great people, so many servants out in the community helping other people. And that's why I had to come back because Mr. Mark Butler is here today, and he is the executive director of the Purpose Outreach Center. Welcome, Mr. Butler.
Thank you for having us today.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you something. It's always great when people you meet are doing great things to help other people. And it's definitely great when they call up WPTP radio, 100.1 FM radio, and say, hey, can I get on the show? Because I want to tell people what we're doing because people need to know what you're doing. So, Mark, welcome again. And so give us a little background about the outreach or the Purpose Outreach Center, a little bit of history, where you started, and bring us on up to today.
We started about 15 years ago in the city of Orlando. At the time when we was doing outreach, we didn't have a name. We just partnered with a lot of ministries and organizations providing services to family need, food, clothing, furniture. We did a lot of pop-up events in the community. And then when COVID hit, we blew up. I mean, we was getting a lot of donations, a lot of requests from organizations and churches for assistance. And we just blew up. And then my wife, who's from Chattanooga, felt the need to move back to the city of Chattanooga because she wanted to be close to family. So in the transition, we decided to bring what we're doing in Orlando here in Chattanooga, and we put a name on it called the Purpose Outreach Center. We are a resource center. We provide services to families that is in need, whether you're struggling with whether you're struggling with homelessness, whatever the situation may be, we're here to provide that service for you and your family. Our goal is never to turn you away, but we always try to collaborate with other community organizations to make sure that need to be met is met at a particular time. So we offer various services to the community. One of the things that we just launched early in the year is a mentorship program. It's called Unplug. In that mentorship program, we focus on providing that support and teaching strategies for young people that face bullying and cyber or social media networks. So we provide workshops for them in regards to social media, how to safely surf the internet, how to safely go on Facebook, provide workshop, that one-on-one mentorship. So we're making sure that our community is informed and families are taken care of at the same time.
Wow, that is a whole lot. That is a whole lot, my brother. So Mark, being the executive director, I guess you have a lot of, I would call it engaging, reaching out, making partnerships, making relationships, building relationships with people in the community. And I before we went on the air today, I was asking him, so where are you? This is just too good to just be in Chattanooga. And he informed me that they started in Florida, correctly?
Yes.
And then they built another center in Durham, North Carolina.
Yes.
And then, as you said, your wife wanted to come back home, and now you're in Chattanooga. So you all have three big organizations working for the good of mankind.
Yes.
So tell me, how does that work? You got three different organizations, not three different organizations. Your organization is branched out now to three different areas in the country.
Yes.
Three different states. So how did that come about? How did you all go from Florida to North Carolina? And I know how you got here to Chattanooga, but what's the overall goal? Is it to get nationwide, or you're going to focus just in certain areas of the country?
And until we instructed, I'm a believer of faith, and through the Lord instructed me otherwise. We are located in 3 areas right now. We got that connection through a church called the Purpose Church.
Yes.
And through their connection, they're located in Orlando and they're located in Durham. So what we decided to do is that we agreed that we're going to form a partnership, and we're going to come in and provide that outreach ministry aspect of their ministry for their community. So what we usually do, we partner with a lot of ministries and a lot of community organizations to provide, number one, the outreach training that the church may need, and also be that outreach aspect of that ministry for that church. So most of our partnerships are built through churches and other organizations, and we come in and we form a partnership, or sometimes we become a merger. We merge, and then we do the work together in that particular community. So that's basically how we got it done in Durham and Orlando. We through the partnership with the Purpose Church, and allowing us to come in and take part and doing the outreach aspect of the ministry for them.
Yes. Oh, awesome. So now, with me being in the nonprofit business for over 30 years myself, I know that building relationships is very important. In Chattanooga, I'm going to deal with Chattanooga because that's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
In Chattanooga, how has that experience been for you? And have you been able to make and bridge or make relationships in Chattanooga outside of that particular church, the Purpose Church, and into other churches and other ministries throughout the city? How's that experience been?
To be honest with you, it has been a struggle.
Okay.
But at the same time, we're making a footprint. We have a board member who is Pastor Edward Ellis. He came on board as a board member, was able to assist with those connections.
Yes.
He was able to form a partnership with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh, awesome.
Was able to form a partnership with Kingdom Partners,
Yes.
Mr. Oliver Richmond.
Oh, yes.
And we're able to, we're building more partnership as we go along with our mental health aspect of our program, the Unplugged, the social media aspect. We have partnered with First Baptist Kids.
Yes.
Dr. William Ladd, who
I love Dr. Ladd,
who has come behind us and is helping us with that mental health aspect of our organization, making sure our community and our young people is informed when it comes to social media, how to better handle and serve, and to get that understanding of care when it comes to social media. We're not stopping them from doing social media.
Yes.
We're just teaching them strategies how to properly
engage
and use social media, and also giving them those strategies and provide that mentorship aspect in their lives that they really need at this time. I realize, Miss Elenora, a lot of young people this age doesn't know how to have a conversation with us.
Right.
They always got that cell phone in their face.
Like this, all day long.
All day long.
Like
so the whole idea is to re-engage them back into their community, back into their family, and also able to connect them with I know when I was going to college, one of the things that we had to get done was community service.
Uh-huh.
And we get to engage them back in the aspect of community service. So that's one of the aspects of our organization that we just launched through the assistance of First Baptist Kids and Big Brothers Big Sisters. So we're making that connection. But we are looking for continuous partnership. We are looking for continuous funders, because as you know, in order to do something like this, you need the support and the backing. So every year we have major events. We have 5 major events in the community every year. This year was unable to have our Father's Day brunch because of the lack of support. We're getting ready to gear up for a back to school bash where Warren Chapel AME Church has come alongside us and partnered with us, along with Mount Prime Mission Baptist Church. We're having it at Warren AME Chapel Churches July 27th. Everything that we do for the community is free. We're increasing our numbers this year. We're trusting and believing that we're able to give away 300 backpacks filled with school supplies and hygiene products. So we are looking for vendors, and we are looking for donors to help us with that task as well. So, and then as I was talking to you earlier, we usually have a fall festival.
I'm very excited about that. Tell us about the fall festival.
Well, this year we want to do something different. We wasn't able to get it done last year because of support and funding. We want to do a jazz twist to it, where we provided something.
You're talking my language now. You're talking jazz now. WPTP is the only and the number 1 jazz radio station in Hamilton County. So keep talking.
We want to do a jazz festival where the families can come out and just enjoy the jazz music, and we have different vendors that are there. It's just a family oriented event. So we are working on that.
Okay.
And then we have every year we have a Thanksgiving turkey giveaway. We provide the most expensive meal for the family, and that's the turkey. Last year we gave a turkey and a dessert item. So this year we're hoping to increase our numbers from 150 to 250 this year for families. And then every December we have a toy giveaway. We
Yes.
bless a lot of family with toys through our partnership with Toys for Tots. So we're able to bless a lot of family with those toys, and they can come through and shop, get a toy for their kids, and take it home for them. And then we have our college tour that we have
Oh,
every
now I'm
year.
very excited about the college tour. Tell them about the college tour. What is all involved with that?
What we usually do, we take a group of our kids within our program, and we take them to last year we took them to Lee University.
Okay.
We are hoping that next year we can do something more out of the area of Tennessee. One of our HBCU, we're hoping we could connect them
Alabama.
with one of them next year.
Mhm.
So we basically take at least 10 or 12 of our young people to those areas with experience at college tour for a day. They go in, they tour the campus, we have lunch, do some activities while we're there, and then we bring them back to the city of Chattanooga. So we're able to
Wow.
do that last year, and we give the Lord thanks for the support that we've gotten for that last year. But in order for us to get most of our activities done, it's funding.
Absolutely.
Everything that we do for the community is free. We don't charge the parents, we don't charge the community, because it's all about giving back.
Amen.
And in the
Amen.
area and time that we need, everybody needs that little hand up, not a hand up, but a hand
Absolutely.
up.
Hand
So
up.
we're here as a resource center to be a blessing to the people in the city of Chattanooga and Hampton County.
I love it. So now you were talking about resources. Now, being that I'm in the nonprofit era of business and have been for over 30 something years, I know how important it is for people to be able to reach you
Mhm.
and know where to give those dollars to. So can you tell them if they wanted to give, is there a particular website or site that they can go to get a link where they can actually make their donation to your organization?
Yes, you can go www.tpocenter.org. That's www.tpocenter.org. And you can click on our donation link, and it'll take you right in there. You can make that donation to the Purpose Outreach Center.
Absolutely. So now we were talking, the kids are, that's my thing. I love children. So, and when you think about college opportunities, my thing is, if you all are out there listening today, we have children who will be graduating. We've had some that have already graduated this year, but next year they'll be graduating. And now you can start thinking about sponsoring a child to go on these trips that they plan every year to a historical Black college or university. So, how much is it generally for one child to take one child to sponsor that child? What kind of money are we looking at per child, and how many people generally do you all take that's a part of your group? Do they have to sign up to be a part of your ministry, and those are the kids you take, or is it that you send out an application or information about the college tours? First of all, how much does it generally cost, and does that depend on where you take them? And how many days are you gone? Is it a 1 day thing and you turn back around? Or do you get a hotel when you're there? Give us a kind of idea of what we're talking about per child.
Well, a college tour usually takes 1 day. We go down early that Saturday morning and come back that evening. Our budget is based on where we are going.
Yes.
We have not really sat down and decide where we are going next year. But what we usually do, we do our social media blast, get heads up of, hey, a college tour is taking place on this date and time. This is where we're going, and this is the amount that we're looking for. I just want to share this with you, Miss Dr. Woods, is that we had a young lady who in Durham, North Carolina, who's part of one of our partnerships agencies over there, that she just got an award, was awarded the opportunity to go to Mount Vernon University in Ohio.
Yes.
And she's going there for a week from the 11th to the 17th. She's a
Mhm.
15-year-old.
Oh,
And
wow.
she's in middle school, but she's taking college courses at the same time. That's how
I
smart she is.
love that.
So
Listen to that.
we were able to raise, all it needed was $500 to get her there.
Yes.
So it was able to raise 418 of that. We're still looking for donation to get her there.
Okay, somebody that's out there in our listening audience, and I know it's thousands of you all out there listening to us all over the country and the world. He just gave out the website www.t as in Tom, P as in Paul, O as in octopus, center.org. And you can go to that website and click on the donation box and start sending money to help these young folks get to college and to do some of these externships that this young lady has been blessed in Durham, North Carolina to, is it Durham, North Carolina?
Yes.
Durham, North Carolina to attend. And that's what it's really all about. When you think about how it is that we can all make it, it starts with, first of all, it starts with people believing in you and you believing in yourself. And then there has to be some type of resource, something put in to make it affordable to where you can attend these places and go off to college. So that's realistic. That's realistic. So you're listening to us today. And I always say, if you're in the I call it the nonprofit business, you always will see us begging.
Yes.
Because really, honestly, we are the biggest, best beggars in the world, because what we do is not for self. It is for others. And God has given us this I call it demand that he's placed on us to make sure we go out and help other people, his people in the world. And so we have to get on the ground, be the soldiers out there to get the funding so that we can do God's will. And I know you're a part of that equation if you're out there listening to us. And we want you to understand that this money is not going to any individual. It is going to the students in this case. And then some of the other wonderful programs that he does, the turkey giveaway, the Christmas toy giveaway, and then, the fall the fall festival that he has. And then also they have another event where they do the book back to school backpack giveaway, and nobody has to pay for anything. So we want you all to understand that this is all about people helping people. And if you are blessing someone, you're definitely going to get blessed tenfold back from the Lord. So even if you give $1, you can expect 10 back, right? Because you can't beat God's giving. So we want to make sure that they understand that. And so we are now located in 3 locations. As I said, they're in Orlando, Florida, they're in Durham, North Carolina, and they're here in Chattanooga. And as God grants them the grace and God grants them the direction, they'll be out and spreading out in other parts of the country. But we need you to be a part of what they're doing so that they can be successful in these first 3 places that they're at. And I'm just excited about it, Mark. I'm really excited about it. And we're going to talk more about what we can do together. Alton Park Development Corporation is the only African-American or minority-based community development corporation in Hamilton County. It's the only one left out of maybe 6 to 10. And we have survived because God has sustained us.
Yes.
No individual person or thing has sustained us. God has sustained us. And because we have been faithful and obedient to God, God has blessed us with more. Yes. He said, if you're faithful over the little things that I give you, he'll make you ruler over so much that you can't even hardly believe and comprehend. So that is where we are as Alton Park Development Corporation. Anything that we can do, God has commissioned this organization. Even when I'm dead and gone and moved on, this organization will be here because it was built on solid ground. And that solid ground is the word of God and God himself. This is God's mission. This is God's organization, and he's moving swiftly, and he's moving in a direction that he has to move to get his people the help that they need. And that's why we're here.
Yes.
And that's why I will connect with you, because you're doing God's work and you're helping people. And so that's where we can partner together and work together, put our resources together.
Most definitely.
And do the things that it takes to get more people help in the community. That's where it starts, y'all. It starts with you. And it starts with me.
Yes.
And don't look around and look for nobody else to do it. It starts with you. And it may be that $1 contribution, whatever you got. I'm sure they take credit card. We take them all. We do
we take
cash
them all.
out. We do. Hey, we got you, boo. We got you. We take every form of payment that you can give. And you can always mail a check in. If you can't do anything else, you can always mail, or you can come in person and give your donation. So we're just excited.
We're excited to be
We
here.
are very excited. So what is your very next mission that you're doing right now? As we speak, today is June the 1st, y'all. Oh, Lord, we're in June. What is the very next project that you all have on the agenda?
Well, our main focus right now is we're trying to We're trying to continue to push our mentorship program, the Unplug. And also, we are trying to make sure we secure enough donations for our back to school bash on July 27th. We are accepting donors and vendors. Our goal is to bless 300 families this year. Every year that we do a back to school bash, Dr. Woods, is each time we pack up and we leave, more people come.
Yes.
And it breaks my heart to see that as they come, we don't have anything to give them because either they came late, we ran out of everything. So our goal this year is to bless 300 families with backpack food, with school supplies and hygiene products. We are accepting donations. We are trying to raise at least $6,000 at this time to make sure we can secure all those items.
$6,000, y'all. So, come on, some of y'all. Hey, some of you all can scratch the side of your head and money fall out the side of your head. $6,000. Come on, people. You know, people, $6,000. Some people are trying to raise $600,000. He says $6,000 is all he needs to get 300 children, 300 families a backpack so that these kids can go back to school with school supplies and they won't be without. So I need you all to scratch the side of your head and come out of your pocket and send the money to the Purpose Outreach Center so that this next project that's coming up in August, correct?
July 27th.
In July the 27th?
Yes.
July the 27th. And where can they, if they wanted to pick up some bags? I know some people will go buy the items. If they wanted to pick up the bags and bring them to you, where would they bring it? Is there a drop-off center?
You can drop it off at Warren Amy Chapel Church. That's where the event will be located this year. Just to ask the pastor, Jermaine Wilson, let him know you're dropping off these bags for our back to school event on July 27th. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And he'll gladly accept those from you. Pastor Jermaine Wilson, he also sits on our board of directors, so he'll know what you're talking about when you drop them off.
Wow. You know, I'm full. I'm totally full. When I meet other people like you, you know, I call it Christian people, people that are Christ-like and people who are doing things for the good of other people, not thinking of themselves. It always just warms my heart to know that we are still a community that cares and that loves our brother. Mm-hmm. And so when that happens, it just makes me warm inside because I know that the world, even though a lot of stuff is going on, it's not touching us, people like us that work for God. And that's what really is important in this society right now, is that we don't give up, that we continue to believe in the word of God and what God said, and we keep on serving people, keep on giving back, keep on touching and connecting with people of like minds, and keep on doing God's will. You will be blessed no matter what happens, no matter if the world ends tomorrow, you know where you're going to be because you are in the hands of God. Mm-hmm. So we are very excited about that. I thank you. I thank you for coming on. And what I was really impressed about with him today is that he brought his 2 girls. They are here. I love those men that bring those babies with them when they go to do a show or work, because it says a little bit more about him. It's saying that, yes, I'm a dad and we're going on the radio station, but I want to bring my girls with me because I want them to see daddy at work. I want them to see what daddy does. And I want them to understand how important this is to people. And they're in our studio right now watching dad on our monitor in our reception area. And they are the cutest little girls. And they're just very well-mannered and mild-mannered and well-spoken. And so I know that you are a very good example to those girls. So I just want to thank you for that. You know, that warmed my heart to see you bring those babies here today. Anything else that you want to tell everybody? Because I will go on and on and on and won't even give you a chance. But I want you to get everything out. Everything out. Look, Mayor Kelly. Yes, I'm talking to you. Mayor Wong, yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to both of y'all. You all are I call it the leaders of this community, this county, and this city. We have people that are doing things for people, for mankind. And when we see this, and he calls you up on the phone, you reach into your discretionary fund, whatever you got. He's only needing $6,000. That's all he needs. And I believe that between Mayor Kelly and Mayor Wonk, they can help you get it. If they don't have it directly, they can hook you up with a banker or one of these foundations, or they can just go in their discretionary funds and give you some funds to help make sure that this backpack event that you're having in July on the 27th is a success. So that's the challenge that I'm giving our mayors of this city. You all know I don't hesitate. And I will call you too. I'll call your executive secretaries, whatever y'all got. You know, I call it the front line of defense, whatever, whoever you got taking your call. And I will remind you. And if you didn't see this show, I'm sure somebody's out there watching will call you and tell you, Dr. Woods gave you a challenge today. I'm giving our mayors a challenge because I love what I see and I love what I hear. Here he came from Florida, North Carolina, all the way to Tennessee, back to Tennessee. Come on, y'all. We got to show him some love. We got to show his ministry some love, and we got to be there for him. We got to be there for you. So I am challenging the leaders of our community who leads everybody else underneath them. You know, it's like I call it a pecking order or whatever you want to call it. They're at the top. Mm-hmm. They can send signals out to all these different agencies and organizations, and I call it the networks of interconnected networks they have to help you do not only the backpack, but also to get these kids some funding so they can go and visit historical Black colleges and universities. And I'm very proud of that. You know, the African American Museum that we're going to be opening here on June the 22nd, that's in a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, will feature a whole section on African American history, African American historical Black colleges and universities. And so when you say historical Black colleges and universities, you touched me again. Mm-hmm. And so we have to keep the hope alive in our kids that want to go off to college and need that extra help. So we're also challenging you all to give to that ministry so that those babies can get an opportunity to go out and visit a historical Black college and university and get inspired to go off to school to be great people. Some of our greatest doctors and greatest lawyers and greatest dentists and greatest engineers and greatest, whatever profession you could think of have come from historical Black colleges and universities. And I support that. And I'm very excited about that. And we want to get those kids. He's thinking maybe $100 or $200 per child, maybe to sponsor them for a day because they got to eat. They probably have a van or something or a bus tour to get them there and back. So we need to be able to make sure that child has their food and make sure that the transportation that they have is provided for. So y'all keep that in thought. So I was asking you earlier, how much does it take for one child? So as soon as they find out what university they're going to go to, he'll be able to have more specific numbers on how much the transportation is going to cost. And then he can break it down that way. Yes. So we'll wait on you. We'll have you back on the show. Hopefully Alton Park Development Corporation, Alton Park Development Corporation will partner with your efforts. Please feel free to call us, whatever we can do. The jazz festival that you're talking about, we have 8 acres of land out there. We own the radio station. We are a jazz radio station. We got 3 engineers that can make it happen. We can go remotely. We can do it here, wherever. We can make that happen. We want to be a part of that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And I encourage everyone to visit our website. It's called www.tpocenter.org, www.tpocenter.org. We got a whole lot taking place. We got a lot of things that we're doing in the community, especially a mental health portion for Unplug. Support www.tpocenter.org. Thank you so much, Dr. Woods, for having us today.
All right. Thank you. Well, you all have heard it. You all know this kind of thank you for coming on our show. Thank you. We'll definitely have you back. You all know at the end of my show, you know what I'm going to say. This is Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday. That means we've got to go out and give the Lord praises and thank him for all the great and wonderful things that he has done for us in our lives. I know he surely has done a lot of things for me, and just too much. I don't even have enough time in my life to tell you all of what the Lord has done for me. find you a church home tomorrow and go out and visit. If you don't already have a church home, you're always welcome to Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church, which is my church, located at 400 Tunnel Boulevard here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And guess what? If you can't go to a church, it's still no excuse. You can still praise the Lord right from your house, because we do, and a lot of churches are doing live streaming from their churches, so that if you have to stay at home because you're bedridden or whatever the reason is, maybe you just can't get to the church tomorrow, turn on your laptop, your computer, and go live stream and search whatever church you want to go to and listen and give the Lord praise. It's only about 2, maybe at the most 3 hours at church. I mean, it gets a little lengthy at 3 hours, but we try to keep it in. The apostolic church can go a long time. But I've been noticing my pastor, oh God, I just had a brain. Okay, y'all, charge it to my brain, not to my heart. But our pastor has been doing very good with keeping it down to about an hour and a half. So what's an hour and a half? Out of a whole 365 days, one day of the week, every week, an hour to an hour and a half to give God the praises and glory. That is amazing. If we could just give him that, stop everything you're doing and praise the Lord. And so if you do that, you'll see more things, great things happening to you in your life. And I just want to invite you until you do that. And guess what? Today is our second Saturday of our blowout sale. And let me tell you, we've been blowing it out. The folks are coming here from everywhere, from every walks of life, getting these good deals. Going out the door like pancakes, because it's unbelievable. And the name of the thrift store that some of this stuff is in is called Mama Lou's Thrift Store. And I'll give y'all a little history, and then we're going to leave. Mama Lou was my mama. And Mama Lou is deceased. She's dead and gone now. But she was the biggest thrifter in the world. She would go in the thrift store, and if it was $5, by the time she walked out, she got it for 50 cents. So these are the kind of sales that you can find in Mama Lou's Thrift Store. We've got furniture, we've got linen, we've got all types of bedspreads and coats and all kinds of, I call it upscale clothing items for the big events that you have to go to, baby stuff, school stuff, shoes, pocketbook, name brand. Some of this stuff got the tag still on it out of dealers. I'm telling you, I just saw a tag on a beautiful evening gown. The tag was still on it, had never been worn before, in perfect good shape. And that outfit was only going to be for that person $4. And it was $100 and some dress.
Wow.
But $4, brand new stuff. Y'all got to come out here. We had the sale last Saturday. We got it today. We sold half of the stuff we had. We sold last week, but we still got so much stuff. It's still so much great stuff. You won't believe it. And then next Saturday will be the last Saturday that you can come and get some of this stuff. But it's almost like free to me. If you want to talk, it's almost like free. Like it's been hurting me not to spend all my money, because I'm telling you, it's been something. So we will hope to see you all. We'll be here at 5:00 today. Get on down here. If you're in the area, just stop by at 701 Hooker Road here at the Chattanooga Civic Center at Mountainside, the former Pineywood Elementary School, and now the site of and the home of Alton Park Development Corporation, and all of our different organizations that are here: Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, the American Legion, Mama Lou's Thrift Store, WPTP Radio. We have the Convention Center event hall here that we host all kinds of events. Whatever you want to host, we can host it here at unbelievable price. Everything is at unbelievable price. And when you buy something here, or when you book your event here, guess what? It's all tax deductible, because it's all part of Alton Park Development Corporation. So whatever you give, whatever you buy today, whatever you book tomorrow for your event, you can write it off. Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm.
That is great. So nobody does it like us. We love you at WPTP Radio. We checking out to next Saturday. We'll see you.